So, good morning, everybody. I would like to express my thank yous again to all who are listening and for the honor of being selected as a scholarship recipient. To begin with a bit of background just about me, my name is Aubrey Marchek, and I'm currently a now senior, just finished up my final semester junior year in animal science. And a significant part of why I wanted to get involved in a project such as this was largely due to my background in my family's cow-calf operation in Eastern Oregon, along with a desire to learn more about the challenges facing our industry and aspirations to pursue a master's program in a similar discipline. So with no further ado, I'll begin my presentation on the effects of Bacillus and Lactobacillus species in milk replacer on the health and growth performance of pre-ruminant calves through weaning. So as those of us involved in the beef and dairy industries already know, Clostridium perfringens are really quite troublesome as they naturally occur in the environment and can have adverse, many times very fatal effects on cattle health, with our fast-growing calves being the most susceptible. Due to these continued concerns, coupled with an increased scrutiny from consumers especially regarding vaccine and antibiotic use, this has pushed producers and industry professionals alike to find ethical alternative options while still combating the issue of Clostridium. One of these potential alternatives that we're looking at today is the implementation of Bacillus and Lactobacillus probiotic species in milk, as it has been shown to improve intestinal lining and it competes with Clostridium. However, there are limited studies evaluating the implementation of these probiotics, specifically in milk replacer, under controlled conditions, while also striving to boost immune function and growth of the calves. Thus, the objective of this study was to determine if calves fed milk containing a Bacillus and Lactobacillus species can have comparable or even better health and growth performance than calves fed traditional milk for approximately 30 days. So the experimental design of this study was carried out in a randomized complete block design, and our blocking was conducted by enrolling the calves accordingly based on age, with the individual animal serving as our experimental unit. We had approximately 22 replicates per treatment, making 44 Holstein Angus cross heifer calves total. The two treatments that we utilized consisted of our control with no probiotic added, and the Bacillus and Lactobacillus species probiotic blend. Health scores for eye, ear, and nose discharge and fecal consistency were assessed daily, with scores ranging from 0 to 3. A score of 0 indicated normal function, while a score of 3 indicated severe bilateral discharge or watery diarrhea, depending on the specific factor that was being assessed. Additionally, each individual calf was weighed and measured for hip height on days 0 and 30, and these factors ultimately were utilized to calculate average daily gain. Once all of our data was recorded, the Glimix procedure of SAS was utilized, and data that we considered significant for this experiment possessed a p-value of less than 0.05. So this leads into my results, beginning with the graph on the left, which depicts the prevalence of abnormal health scores. As you can see on the x-axis, criteria measured, including eye, ear, fecal, and nose abnormalities, can be observed. And on the y-axis, the percentage of abnormalities recorded for each of these respective criteria. Ultimately, there was no statistically significant differences recorded between the calves fed the control diet as opposed to the Bacillus and Lactobacillus blend, which was quite surprising to me. However, moving over to the graph on the right, which is showing average daily gain, very different results can be seen. Here, the x-axis reveals a comparison of average daily gain between the control versus the treatment group, and the y-axis depicting average daily gain in kilograms per day. As shown by the graph and its respective p-value, calves that were fed the Bacillus and Lactobacillus blend had a substantially greater average daily gain than those that were fed the control diet. So ultimately, this brings me to my conclusion, and I thought it was important to note here that there was a substantial difference in the initial weight of the calves between treatments, so it was used as a covariate for all other growth-related response criteria. Overall, calves that were fed the milk replacer containing the Bacillus and Lactobacillus blend had a greater average daily gain than those fed the control diet throughout the duration of the trial. Furthermore, calves that were fed the Bacillus and Lactobacillus blend compared to those fed the control diet showed no significant differences in the prevalence of abnormal health scores. Finally, the results of this trial indicate that the implementation of a Bacillus and Lactobacillus probiotic blend in milk shows no impact on overall animal health, yet can increase average daily gain, warranting for further research on this probiotic blend and its effects. Also, I would like to express my gratitude again to the Dr. Mark and Kim Young Undergraduate Research Fund and Church and Dwight Company Incorporated for helping make opportunities like this possible. I certainly know that I gained a lot from this experience and look forward to what my future endeavors in research hold. Thank you.